The 37th cycle of the peace talks between FARC rebels and the Colombian government is drawing to a close in Havana, Cuba. In this cycle, members of the FARC guerrilla army have pushed hard for the government to propose concrete steps towards justice for the victims of the conflict. The talks have been addressing this topic for nearly a year now without a definitive answer. For more now on victims' rights and the demand to declassify secret files on the conflict, we go to our correspondent Natalia Margarita.
Out of the 5-point negotiation agenda between the government and the FARC, victims has been the most widely discussed one. For almost a year, the parties have tried to construct an agreement on that regard, and yet one has not been reached.
The whole topic of victims depends on the agreement on the issue of truth, as truth is basically a starting point to discuss not just the transitional justice measures, but also victims' compensation and responsibilities acknowledgement.
Jose, whose father was assassinated in 1989, went to Washington in 2014 in an attempt to raise awareness on the importance of declassifying Colombia's conflict-related secret files that remain in the United States archives.
Those archives clearly contradict the truth on the responsibility that security organisms, the CIA, the FBI, and even the United States Army bear over the Colombia's conflict reality, a reality that has to do with the already documented interference of the United States on what had happened in this country.
As Colombia's peace process enters a definitive stage where truth has come as a pressing issue, different voices have expressed their concern over the future of the secret files.
If those archives get destroyed, disappeared, or if we researchers and the Colombian citizens don't get access to those archives, we will never certainly know what the armed conflict in Colombia has been about.
For the victims of state crimes, the release of these files has also to do with the possibility of the guarantee of non-repetition as a fundamental part of victims' compensation.
History has been built on top of the secret archives, the history of the state responsibility denial. What we currently need is a responsible state that acknowledges its responsibility for the conflict and that looks forward towards institutional reform to guarantee that this won't happen again.
The FARC peace delegation has also demanded the government declassify the secret archives, seeing it as a key step toward truth clarification and acknowledgement of responsibilities, something that the victims have been demanding too. Natalia Margarita, Telesur, Bogotá, Colombia.